Hello and welcome back to a quick Warlords of Draenor overview and guide. This time it's going to be about the Bodyguard system, which is unlocked by the level 2 barracks. This is actually really cool, and it's going to be extremely useful if you're going around trying to solo things, whether that be rares or just doing your regular daily missions out in the world. And now in this video, I'm just going to quickly go over the various followers that are available, what the system is, and then a leveling spot that I've been using for my own followers. Now, first of all, this can only be done by followers with the Bodyguard trait, and there are only a few followers with this trait. The reason for that's because, well, each follower is kind of bespokely made to have the Bodyguard trait, so it wouldn't really work that well if it was a randomized thing. Now, your followers don't level up, but they do have 3 friendship levels. These are basically just reputation bars, a little bit like the ones in Halfhill, and they take 10,000 reputation. Now, whenever you kill something that is from level, I think 90, well, it's either 90 or 91 to 100, then you will get 10 reputation with your Bodyguard. Now, this is just from killing anything, whether it's an elite or just a level 91 weak creature, you'll get 10 no matter what, which is something that will actually play a part in how we level up these followers. Now, the followers will basically just go through these various levels. You know, they'll start off at level 1, then they'll go to 2, and then at 3. At 2, they will unlock a new ability, and then at 3, they will unlock a new ability after doing a personalized quest, and this new ability will generally be something that is quite powerful, so you definitely do want to get these guys up to level 3. If you want to use a follower, just get a follower with a Bodyguard trait, and then make them one of your active followers by right-clicking on them on the little mission thingy where the follower button is, and just ensuring they're active. After that, you just need to go to the building table in your garrison, click in your barracks, and as long as it's level 2 or above, click on the little plus, and then you will be able to select the follower that you want to use. Now that that's been covered, let's talk about how you get the followers, and then also the abilities of the followers themselves. So first of all, we've got Talon Priest Ishal. This is available to both the Alliance and Horde, and its basic ability is just that it will do Shadow Priesty stuff, and will, well, just try to kill things for you. It's a raw DPS caster follower. Now at level 2, it will get an ability called Last Rites. This will just stun an enemy and cause them to take 20% increased damage for 9 seconds. And when this completes, the target will explode, which does a whole bunch of AoE damage, which is pretty cool. Then at level 3, this actually gets a perk called Courier Raven, which will allow you to basically have a portable mailbox that you can always use. Certainly that's a very cool ability, actually. Now after that, we've got Tormach. This guy's basic ability is Recklessness. He's essentially just a melee DPS. Now when you get him up to level 2 in terms of the rep, he gets Avatar, which is just like the Warrior Avatar. It turns him into a Colossus-y thing, and then they do, I think it's 50% increased damage for 30 seconds or something like that. Then finally at level 3, he will gain the ability to repair your weapons and armor, so basically he's just a repair vendor. I suppose that's kind of useful, but since so many of us have mammoth mounts, I don't know if it's really that good a use. Now next we've got Leorja. This is a healer, actually. So the basic ability is just a chain heal, and then at level 2, this follower will do basically just a weak bloodlust. That's only 15%. Then finally at level 3, you will get a very, very powerful perk, which allows you to put down a garrison mission table, so you can do your garrison missions no matter where the hell you are, which is pretty nice. Now the next set of followers is sort of exclusive to either the Alliance or the Horde. So Horde people can get Vivianne. This is a DPS follower that's essentially just a mage, so at level 1 it uses Blizzard, which is fine, so more of an AoE sort of focus. Then at level 2, this follower will do Meteor, which just calls down a meteor which explodes and does a bunch of damage, which is pretty cool. I think it's just like that mage meteor ability, whatever, so that's nice. Then finally at level 3, this follower has got a portal, which will create a Garrison Portal, which is just a portal back to your garrison. Very, very powerful indeed. Now next we've got Delvar for the Alliance. This is again a more AoE-focused DPS follower. The basic ability is Death and Decay, however at level 2 you will also get Breath of Sindragosa, which is a front cone AoE. That could prove to be a little bit annoying to use. And then finally at level 3, like Vivianne, this guy gets a ability to create a portal back to your garrison. And then the final set is, again, Alliance and Horde specific. The Horde will get a Adina something, Bright Dawn. This is a tanking guy. And actually, it's a tanking warlock, which is pretty cool. At level 2, it will be able to summon in an Infernal, which just does AoE damage, pretty much what you'd expect from an Infernal. And then finally, at level 3, you basically get, you get Ritual of Summoning, which is essentially have group will travel. It summons all your party or raid members to your location, which is extremely powerful. And then finally, we've got Defender Ilona. This is a tanking NPC for the Alliance, and it's just got the general tanking abilities level 1. Then at level 2, it will get Guardian of Ancient Kings, which just does Guardian of Ancient Kings. It reduces damage taken by 50%. Then finally at level 3, you again get, Guiding Light, which is just the same as the Adina Bright Dawn thingy, in that it will summon your party or raid to your location, which is indeed extremely powerful. Very handy to have, and that's a look at all of the followers that are currently in the game. Next, it's time to talk about leveling them up. Alright then, so here we are in game, and I'm just going to be leveling up Defender Ilona in the Gloomshade Grove area. I found this to be the best area, at least for the Alliance. I'll get onto that in a minute. Now, the reason why I'm using Ilona on my Hunter is because, well, she's a tank, and tanks are very, very useful. Now, one of the things about is we don't use pets anymore because of the Lone Wolf talent, so having Ilona here to tank things is extremely easy, and it means that basically when I'm, doing dailies or something like that, I don't have to switch specs, which is damn handy. Now, the area is basically just all of Gloomshade Grove. You've got these podling guys, and they're really weak. I mean, you can one-shot them, they often come in these, nice big packs, and overall it's very simple. In terms of spawn rates, as long as nobody's, farming the area for some reason, you can get stuff really going pretty quickly. Now, the reason why I'm using this area is because actually a lot of the previously found areas, say, particular caves where there were high spawn rates, have all been nerfed. This means that they're just not very good anymore, and I found this to be basically the best place to do this. The way that this works is that whenever you kill something that yields experience or honor, I believe that's how it works, or whatever, it will give you 10 reputation with the follower. Now, that reputation will not increase even if you kill a really powerful level 90 mob. So essentially the best way to do this is just to find a whole bunch of weak mobs and kill them pretty quickly. So I found that this is a very good area. Another area that does work quite well is in the Swamplight Marsh, or the Night Marsh even. In the Night Marsh you can find a bunch of these they're like some sort of wasps or something. They're hovering up in the trees. They can be pretty good as well. However, I found that this is pretty much the best area. Now, even if you're Horde, you can get here. And, just mob grind these guys. It's not as quick as the crazy cave methods, but you know what? It does the job, and it's decent enough. If I look at my current reputation with her, it's, sitting here 3,500. And I've probably only done, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of proper farming. So you will be able to get this up pretty quickly if you want to. And as I said again, in terms of spawn rates, it's pretty good. Just don't be afraid to run around the place and just tag loads of mobs. Okay, so with that covered, that's really it for the Bodyguard system. I've got to say, I think it's really cool, and I love the way that they've actually packed in these fun little perks at level 3, as well as the additional questline that goes along with them. Overall, it's a pretty great system, and hopefully you found this guide to be somewhat useful. Honestly, this is a system that I never really thought about bothering with, but I'll tell you what, the extra DPS is really nice when you're doing those level 100 Apex's Crystal daily quests. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.